Morning. Just wait for you to come on. It looks like all I ever do is wear this top. I promise I have other clothes. Hello, good morning. Alrighty, I'm gonna get stuck straight into it. So when I talk about looks being deceiving, I am not talking about that in a bad way or that it means people are pretending. That's a topic for a whole other day. But what I want to talk about is the fact that, hey Lisa, is that it looks probably to you guys like I'm all over the internet. Every time you look up, I'm in your news feed, I'm writing. If you go over to Snapchat, I'm on there. If you go on Instagram, I'm on there. You're looking at my email list if you're on there and you're seeing all the emails that come through. So in your mind, you might be thinking that, God, does all that woman ever do is work? Is all she do, you know what I'm trying to say? Can't get my words together. It's been a really frustrating morning. This morning I got up, normally I have Dave's lunches already made. This is a whole other tangent. But I got up this morning and I hadn't done it, and I went to grab the yogurt. Yogurt went all over the kitchen, and I grabbed things, I've just dropped stuff all day and my words aren't coming either, but I'm gonna persevere. Okay, so as I said, you might look at the amount of content that I pump out and see the busyness of my day online and think that all I ever do is work, and that really couldn't be further from the truth. And I was having a conversation with somebody the other day and they were talking about that, and I said, you know, I really need to have a conversation about the fact that, you know, because one of my values in life is not to work my ass off 24/7 and feel like I'm missing out if I'm not showing up online, or I feel like I need to constantly be in your face to have a successful business, because that's actually not true. And I really don't believe that you need to work that hard. You know, I love Gary Vee and all those guys, but I'm not, you know, I've never been of the belief, and it's been my practice that the less I work, but the more strategic and focused I am, the more money I make and the more I enjoy my life. And the more I enjoy my life, and you guys see me enjoying my life, the more of that you want for yourself. So I don't believe that, you know, working yourself into the ground and putting out content for content's sake is really where it's at. But it might look like that's what I spend my whole day doing online all the time. But at the end of the day, I write in the mornings, most mornings. I'm not going to write this morning because I've had live calls and stuff going on, but my writing, my blog post takes me maybe 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. And then I do my Facebook live stream. And that's pretty much it. I have, so we're talking less than an hour there. And then I have my social media manager who basically goes around and she distributes that information, my content. She mails my list, she adds things to my blog, she shares things on my business page, she makes sure those posts are on Snapchat, she makes sure that they're on Instagram, and that she's continually adding that stuff during the day. Anything that's personal, like my lunch, for example, or whatever, that's me, you know, and that's just me adding my social media content just because I want to share that with you guys. But that's just, you know, you'll see though, when Dave and I were out in Maha, I took some photos, and but there was no, you know, you weren't there for the whole night with me. I wanted to enjoy it, so I quickly took the photos of the meals, and then I was able to later on upload them when I had a moment. But you know, when Dave and I have time when we're out and about doing something special, or I'm hanging out with my girlfriends, there's not a lot of photos because I want to be, you know, in the moment. I want to be sharing that time with them. But what I want you to know is that you might think I'm working my ass off, but I'm actually not. Like, as far as content, I'm lucky to spend an hour a day on content, and that's what you're seeing. And that means, you know, I have a small handful of clients that I take on through my Mastermind and my private clients and the group programs that I run. But it's not a lot, because I refuse to take on too many and not be able to keep up with taking care of people properly. So, you know, some weeks, I think this week I've got maybe 4 coaching sessions. Last week I think I had 4. The week before that I had none though. So, and next week, you know, I might only have 1 or 2. So it might look like I'm working really, really hard, and I'm constantly thinking of my business. And of course, when I've got new programs that I'm delivering and content like that, I'm having to build stuff. There's more work, obviously. There's definitely more work. But on average, take coaching out of the equation, I'd be lucky to work a couple of hours a day. So if that's what you want to be able to do in your business as well, if you're a coach or you sell some sort of services online and you want to be able to do that as well, then my free training, which is tomorrow, my behind the scenes free training, I'm sharing all of that stuff in there. But I just want you to know that, if you look at what I'm doing or other people are doing as well, I can't speak for anybody else, so I only know how I do it, but if you're looking at that and thinking, I want to have more visibility and I want to be able to do that, but there's no way I can keep up. There is no way I'm going to be able to do that. I'm not doing it all myself. I'm delivering the content, that is all mine, but then, Fern takes it and spreads it far and wide. And that's why you see me everywhere. And her other job is to now start to scout people so that, she's putting me up for interviews and stuff like that. So I'm even more visible. But as I say, the amount of actual work I do around content is less than an hour a day. And then as far as admin and content and stuff like that, there's not a lot of time unless I've got something that I'm in the process of developing, but I don't do a lot of that either. So, or if I'm running a program. But even that, we're talking under an hour a day. So yeah, you do not have to work like a maniac to make good money. I might look like I'm everywhere, but I'm only, it's a small amount of time. It's very focused. It's exactly what I need to do and say, and I get that out there. And then, as I say, then she takes it and runs with it. Back when I was doing all of that stuff myself, oh my God, I lost the will to live at some point because all I was doing was cutting and pasting and, all of that sort of stuff. But now, she does that for me and she does an incredible job. And you might not be at that point yet, but trust me, you're not that far away. The minute that you start to get your systems in place and you know what you can delegate, even if you start with 1 or 2 hours a week, through Upwork or someone like that. I only ever use Upwork. I don't use Fiverr or anything, but I found Fern through there. She was one of the premium suppliers, but she's incredible, and she does a great job for me. So that might be the very next step for you. But as I say, tomorrow in my training, I talk about that as well. When to delegate, who to delegate to, which are the tasks that you need to start to delegate first to free you up to do the stuff that you're best at. But anyway, that is a little bit of an insight. If you want the whole expose, make sure that you jump on that training tomorrow. I'll post the link in the comments as soon as I get off, and I'll post them above as well, so you can grab that. Oh, if you on my Facebook page now, if you click on my banner image, the link is there as well. But anyway, I hope to see you on the call. If not, have an amazing day today, and I'm excited about sharing stuff, some of the new stuff that I'm going to be launching, and some of the stuff that I'm going to be rerunning again in the next few months. Anyway, have an amazing day. Bye.